As we begin, you might notice that somewhere deep within, a part of you already knows exactly what it needs to feel whole and empowered. Now imagine drifting, stepping into a place where each word, each sensation, begins to bring forth a new sense of potential, a new set of choices that have always been yours. And just as you notice that sense of awareness growing within, you find it interesting how every word, every sound, every image becomes part of an empowering interchange, creating new pathways and reclaiming old patterns, easily, naturally. Feelings are information. You know that, don't you? And what a wonderful thing it is when you realize that feelings like trust, safety and love were always your birthright. They're still here, waiting to be noticed, helping you reframe and reinterpret every experience in a new, freeing way. You might not have realized it, but because you've been through what you've been through, because of all that you've experienced, you're perfectly positioned to let this new awareness shift you completely. And now, as this feeling of possibility grows, it becomes clear that every past challenge, every difficult moment, is now simply a stepping stone towards empowerment. You see, every limitation has a purpose, doesn't it? It's there to show you what freedom feels like once you release it. And each time you breathe, this becomes easier and clearer, as you notice what happens when you finally accept that the way things once were is not the way things have to stay. Imagine yourself as a child, hearing the words from your earliest days, the voices you knew, and even if some of those words created stress or discomfort, this moment is here to show you that you can reframe each one. Because even when people didn't know what you needed, deep down, you knew. You knew that love, acceptance and trust were waiting inside. And as you realized that you were never really alone, you see your life with fresh eyes, don't you? Now step into the perspective of a nurturing figure, someone who, with each gentle touch and each word of encouragement, helped you find a place of peace and security. Imagine being that person now, looking at yourself with complete love and acceptance, feeling what it's like to see that every experience that you've had has brought you closer to this realization. And from this place of nurturing care, you can tell yourself now, it's safe. It's safe to let go, safe to accept, and safe to grow. Finally, observe yourself from a third perspective, where you can see all of these versions of yourself, each one learning, each one growing. Watch as you release old fears, beliefs that no longer serve you, and feel what happens when everything you once saw as negative begins to change. As you observe yourself now, you see strength where there was once fear, love where there was once pain, and freedom where there was once resistance. And as you feel these perspectives merging, notice how powerful it is to turn any belief around. For example, a belief like, I'm not enough, simply becomes, I'm more than enough, because I'm here now, and everything I need is within me. A belief like, it's too late, becomes every moment is a new beginning, and right now, I can choose to create exactly what I need. And as you remember this, because you're remembering this, you'll find your unconscious mind discovering a new kind of flexibility, creating empowering beliefs that align with this inner truth. You're creating these beliefs right now because it's what you've always wanted to do. Imagine a timeline stretched out before you, reaching back into the past and forward into the future. On that timeline, you can see moments, every challenge, every success, every change, each one glowing with the potential for learning. Now, bring to mind each time you felt a limitation or a belief that held you back. It was actually leading you towards this moment, a moment of complete choice, where you decide that anything that held you back becomes the fuel for growth. And now, as you let that sink in, you might find it curious how easy it becomes to let go completely, to move forward confidently, knowing that these new beliefs, these empowering truths are yours. You can see them here in this new part of yourself, trusting, feeling worthy, and knowing that you belong. As each thought flows easily, notice how good it feels to let go of the outdated beliefs and embrace what really matters. This new awareness flows effortlessly into every part of your life, and it becomes easier to feel yourself growing, with experience drawing you closer to your fullest potential. We all have beliefs that felt real once, and yet, just as easily, we can change them. Just consider what happens when a belief such as, I don't deserve happiness, becomes happiness is my birthright, and I choose it now. You might feel an immediate shift, a new warmth, a sense of freedom, as this belief takes root in the parts of you that already know it's true. Now take a deep breath and imagine each of these empowering beliefs settling in, taking root, and anchoring you firmly in this new way of being. As you breathe, notice how it feels to hear each of these. I'm safe, I'm strong, and I'm capable of creating the life I desire. I'm deserving of love and trust, and I trust myself completely. Every experience I've had has led me here, and here I'm free to choose the best for myself. Each time you feel the warmth of this new belief, remember that it grows stronger each day, strengthening every part of your life, infusing each choice you make with clarity and purpose. By using these techniques, you're discovering the ways that reframing, sleight of mouth, and meta patterns can help you to reinterpret each experience, creating a new structure for understanding your life. You have the power to take each experience, positive or challenging, and make it into a part of your empowering story. Every day, as you reinforce these beliefs, you are creating a world where strength, peace, and purpose flow naturally, where you become more of who you truly are.